Hi guys, welcome to Ride VIP, the Ride Your channel. My name is Serge, and in today's video I would like to show you my autopilot on the Tesla that I currently have. This is actually the basic version of the autopilot that comes on all the cars. I wanted to show you how it works. I want to talk a little bit about it, and I want to basically share with you guys what I like about it, and also give you guys how should I say my commentary about like what I think about this autopilot and stuff like that, because recently you guys told me, oh, this is not that good, all it is basically like cruise control with steering. But I would say that this is a lot better than your basic, you know, like type of autopilot with just steering. I mean basic cruise control with just steering. This is more than that. So first of all, let's go ahead and set the autopilot. You do it by doing this. Touch this lever twice right here down, and then your autopilot is engaged. So here's why I think this is better than just like the normal steering. The autopilot will actually pay attention to the other cars right there on the road. As you can tell, not only that, it pays attention to the right lane, but also it notices vehicles on the left. If there's a dangerous situation, it will brake, it will chirp at you and stuff like that, which I know adaptive cruise control would do something similar, but this has also like accident avoidance and things of that nature. Like it will basically brake for an unsafe situation. If it's unsafe, it's gonna basically just brake or accelerate. So it's a little bit of a smart system. It's not just simply steering like you're watching it right there, but it can do other things as well. So as we are on autopilot, you see how like it's flashing blue? If I just do the scroll wheel right here and adjust the speed limit, which let's adjust it to like 45 miles an hour, because that's what the speed limit is. It will maintain that speed at 45 miles an hour as long as the cars ahead is going, you know, slightly faster or whatever. As you can see, it's adjusting the speed like right there. So as it's driving along, let's go ahead and click on this little car icon, and we're gonna go to the autopilot. So take a look at that right there. You see how it says full self-driving? And that can be a little bit misleading, because technically this is an autopilot. So when you look at that, it's full self-driving visualization preview, and that is on. So this is full self-driving. So it's driving itself right now, but it's just limited full self-driving. So this is why it's just a basic autopilot. You got to pay $15,000 more so it can do more. But technically it's the same thing, except you get other features like summon feature, like auto park feature, getting your car out of the driveway feature, so you could just control it with your phone and get the car to basically leave the parking lot for you. And this can basically come and get you. You coming out of Walmart or something, you do the summon feature, the car will get out of its parking space, and it's gonna pull around and come get you, which is kind of cool. Of course that comes in a $6,000 option, but if you get the full 15, that covers like all of them. The biggest promise that they promised you with a $15,000 autopilot, that eventually this will be a fully autonomous vehicle, and you can basically have your car work for you. Let's say you go to a normal job, right? Like you have a job, you go there, you leave your car in the parking lot. By the way, look at that, $572 for a 46-minute trip. I've been getting requests like this, guys. Like seriously, this is the third request that looks very similar. So, but anyways, this is not what this video is about. So I'm trying to multitask and work Uber while I'm actually recording this video for you guys. So ultimately, Tesla's plan is to release their own version of a rideshare company. Look at that, $6 for 37 minutes. So when that happens, everybody that has a Tesla with a full self-driving feature, your car can go to work for you. $6.12 for 49 minutes. What world are they living in? And that is tip included. That is tip included. So that means that that person possibly does not even tip. So sometimes the estimate is higher. Look, $4, 31 minutes. That's just crazy. And this is higher prices than I normally see it. Sometimes it'd be like $3 or like $2.70. So anyways, I had to get out of Autopilot without really letting you know, guys, because there was a traffic light, and this will not stop at traffic lights. It does know that the light is green or red. It does know it. So if the light is red, and if there's no car ahead of you and you're coming up on the light, with this basic Autopilot version, it will not brake for you, but it will chirp like crazy that you're about to run the red light, and it will give you some heads up to where you will have enough time to respond. But yeah, look at that, $3.47 for 28-minute trip. No thank you. Okay, let's get back to this conversation here. So take a look at this car, how it turned black right there. So it's noticing that that car is like right there, and it's monitoring that car. And if that car will act dangerously or gets, you know, like stops real fast because maybe there's a situation up ahead, the car will turn red up ahead, and this Tesla will brake immediately. But at this point, nobody's really slowing me down or anything. You know, the car is going just fine. Now, with all that being said, what's coming in the future is everybody is going to, like, I'm talking about like rideshare companies like Uber especially. They've been investing in basically self-driving cars and technology. So once it becomes, I guess, allowed by the government to have full self-driving, I guess it's going to depend on how good it is, right? Uber and possibly other brand new startups maybe that will start in the space. It's probably not going to be just Uber. It's probably going to be like others doing that as well. They're going to see the opportunity to just get a bunch of self-driving cars and let them do the work for you. So the way I see it, that it's going to happen in the beginning is that they may have somebody sitting in the seat just to make passengers feel comfortable at first, but the rides will be full autonomous. And then one day you will just, because you're going to get used to it, that person's not going to be sitting anymore. But they will probably say to the person that's going to be driving that car, here's your income per hour. All you got to do is just sit in the vehicle, and your job is to basically, you know, make sure everything is safe, make sure, you know, like if you got a situation, make sure that you will react to it and stuff like that. But they will probably first get people comfortable with the idea that the vehicle is completely self-driving, that what people could get used to, that idea. Not everybody's going to go for it at first, but eventually customers, riders, they will start trusting this idea, and maybe at first there's going to be like an option whether or not they want the driver to be in there or not. So for those passengers, they're going to send cars that don't even have any driver in them. And I'm sure there's going to be people that's going to just order that just for fun, and then before you know it, it's going to be all over social media. It's going to go viral. And these companies like Uber, they will have a bunch of these self-driving cars, and then before you know it, like, you will not have a driving job anymore. So that's $12.93. No, I mean, we're headed in that direction, but that's just not good enough as far as the income goes. So I'll have to deny. Gotta cherry pick sometimes. But anyways, the ultimate goal is going to be to replace drivers with self-driving cars, and that means we're going to be out of the job. And guys, technology is getting faster and faster, like every single day, because of artificial intelligence. That stuff is like mind-bending how fast it's progressing. Even Tesla is talking about how they believe that autonomous Teslas is going to be a thing next year. I mean, of course, maybe it will not be, but like, even for them to say that, it means they're working on it. And once government will allow it, then you will have your Tesla working for you while you're sleeping, or maybe working for you while you're at work. It's going to drive around, pick up people, and deliver them. And this is why I mainly lean heavily towards picking up a Tesla, because of that option right there. Because there's a very good chance that eventually with Uber, I will not be able to have a job, because they're gonna have their own autonomous vehicles. But with Tesla, they will have their own rideshare company, and you can only use your Tesla with Tesla, not other platforms. So that means companies like Uber, they're gonna have to develop their own system, and Google's developing. And I'm sure somebody like Google, they would probably license this product to other rideshare companies, so they will probably pay like a set fee to be able to use it, just like their operating system, just like what Microsoft did. And these companies will become even richer because they're licensing this to whoever wants it, right? And you can turn your car autonomous, and there's a very good chance that other makes and models is going to come out in the future. Like I'm talking about like Ford, GM, other makes. They're already going to have an ability for you to be able to update your car or turn this feature on. Probably Google is going to be somebody that's going to provide this self-driving technology, because they're working on it heavily. There's already some semi-trucks that's using it. I'm not saying like Google's, because there's also third parties out there that are designing self-driving as well. So this is all going on and been going on since 2015. I already noticed at that time that companies already started working on it then. So it just takes a while. So I'm assuming that normally it will take about 10 years. So 2025, it's not that far away. So about a year and a half, and I think we're gonna start seeing cars that are fully autonomous, like Teslas. And there's probably gonna be more competition for Uber to come, but they're probably gonna be fighting tooth and nail for their market share, and in order to do so, they're going to get a lot of autonomous vehicles. And when that happens, and plus Uber's trying to go for zero emissions, I forgot by like what year, but they're definitely going for it. And I think that's also part of the reason that they're going to try to push for this autonomous vehicles, where they're trying to go green. And because of that, they have all these autonomous vehicles, which is going to be like electric. There's probably going to be other cars than Teslas that they're going to have ultimately in the future. But at this point, you know, Tesla is a very feasible option for them. So they're just going for it, I guess, like with Hertz in some kind of partnership. I don't know who gets what out of it, but I'm sure they get something out of it, because Uber's sending technically Hertz customers, but also it's probably costing them some money as well. So because we're really renting these things so much cheaper that you can rent it like normally. I'm not sure what the normal rate is. Eventually I'm going to, if you guys want to know, I mean, you know, a lot of you guys already know it, but probably make a video about it. What's the normal cost of a Tesla to rent it, let's say for like a week, versus how much you could rent it for through Uber. But also with things increasing so quickly, see, Tesla's already coming out with new models. Like they're gonna have a redesign of the Model 3. They're gonna soon offer a compact Model 2. Whether or not they call it Model 2, it remains to be seen, but everybody's calling it Model 2. That Model 2 is going to be priced at about $25,000, and with tax rebates, you're probably looking at a $17,000 car, which is going to be interesting. At the same time, all the other manufacturers, they're speeding up their production, and you're going to see Teslas and other electric cars just become so much cheaper. This is why, at this point, I mean, it's getting to be, I guess, it's getting to that point where electric cars are becoming way more affordable. I was just on CarMax the other day, and I was looking just at simply electric, and I could get like an electric Ford, like one of those like smallest Ford that they make, like a Ford Focus electric, full electric. I don't know what the range is, but like I've seen prices as low as $11,000. So electric cars are becoming very, very affordable. And I've also seen BMW i3s as low as $14,000, as much as like $20,000. So that's already very cheap. They don't have a very big range. The range is like 150 miles or something. But I have a home charger, obviously, and getting something for like $11,000 that's electric, just for, you know, like for family use, just go around like town or whatever, that's actually very, very economical. I mean, 11,000 is nothing. Like the financing now is probably like 200 bucks. That's gonna be way more than I mean, way less than you could spend on fuel, you know. So I could see how electric cars are going to be even going cheaper and cheaper in price. We're going to see them definitely get like really cheap as years progress, because right now this technology is still quite new. So a lot more people is going to realize that electric cars just make sense. It just costs so much cheaper than fuel cars. Like, I mean, think about it. Like that Ford Focus at $11,000, payment's probably going to be like maybe like $230 on it. I mean, I'm just like estimating, you know, like that's just like a base price. It might cost even less for some people. So let's just say 200, right? So that's like 50 bucks a week. What's 50 bucks a week? Like, even if you use it 5 times a week, it's costing you about $10 per day to drive it, and you charge something like that at home just to go to work. I mean, you're only paying like 10 bucks. And a lot of jobs are offering free charging for their employees. So you just come to work, charge it up while you're at work, and then just go home. But anyways, I just wanted to throw a lot of this stuff out there to give you guys a reason. Not that I don't, you know, that I need to give a reason, right, for, you know, some of my actions, but to let you guys know where kind of like things are going. And I'm trying to look at the bigger picture here than just buying a car and just having a payment, because a lot of you guys think I'm just like a complete idiot to think that I'm going to buy an electric car and I'm going to become a slave to Uber. You're thinking a little bit small, and I don't blame you. You know, I don't blame you. I don't have nothing bad to say about it. You know, it's a good idea to stay out of debt as much as possible, you know, but there's a lot more opportunity that can come out of having that Tesla. Not only that you could save money yourself, but already, without even waiting for somebody like Uber to come up with their own rideshare type of platform, you could already make money with using your Tesla. And I'm just gonna throw out another gold nugget. I mean, imagine you're just simply at work. You come to work, right? You basically have free parking at your company, right? Technically, you come there. Let's say you have a job like at Amazon or whatever, right? And you have your car on Turo. You could have like somebody that comes to your job to pick up your car, basically at that parking lot, and you're gonna be making money for somebody renting your car on top of money that you're making already while you're at work. Sure, you're not gonna have a car to get home, but you could always get an Uber to go home, you know. That's gonna be fine, because who's ever renting your car is paying you a lot more than an Uber ride, I'll tell you that much. So it means your car is making money for you. So on top of that, these electric cars, the beauty of them is when it comes to renting them out for, you know, like on platforms like Turo, when somebody comes and picks it up, you could unlock that car for them through the app. And you could have a key card ready for them, like the Tesla card.